Hi everyone and welcome to today's video. This is a B1 level social studies video, and today we're going to be talking about opportunity cost. So in this lesson we will think about making difficult decisions. So here are just some questions to think about. What is a difficult decision you've made recently? How did you decide what to do? And who do you usually talk to when you have to make a decision? So why are decisions sometimes difficult? So we're going to read this information and then discuss the questions. Clarice has a difficult decision to make. She has an important science test tomorrow. If she gets a good score, she will get an A for the year. She doesn't feel confident and knows that she has to study hard this evening to prepare. However, this evening there is a concert. It is her favorite singer. Usually tickets cost $100, but one of her friends has an extra ticket. Her friend has invited Clarice to the concert. What do you think Clarice should do, and why do you think so? And why is this a difficult decision to make? All right, now we have some vocabulary words. You can pause the video and try matching the words to their definitions, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. All right, to stop doing something, that is number 3, give up. The chance or possibility to achieve a goal, that would be number 7, opportunity. To give something to be used for a specific purpose would be number 2, to allocate. Something useful or valuable that can help achieve a goal, that would be number 4, a resource. Having a lot of knowledge about a subject or situation would be number 1, informed. A disadvantage or negative part of something is number 6, drawback. And an advantage or positive part of something is number 5, benefit. All right, so now we're going to read about opportunity cost and answer the questions. Opportunity cost is an important concept to understand when making decisions. It is the cost of choosing one option over another. For example, if you have $10 and you decide to buy a t-shirt for $10, the opportunity cost is that you can't spend that $10 on something else. For example, you can't use it to buy a movie ticket, buy a new book, or do some other thing that you might want to do. Opportunity cost is important because it helps us make better decisions. By thinking about what we are giving up when we make a choice, we can make a more informed decision. So next time you are making a decision, think about what you might be giving up by choosing one option over another. So what is opportunity cost? Well, it's the cost of choosing one option over another. And see if you can think about some examples of opportunity costs in your own life. And why is considering opportunity costs important? It's important because it helps us make better decisions. So opportunity cost is important when businesses make decisions. So we're going to read and complete the text with the words from the boxes. So opportunity cost is an important concept in business as it helps companies make informed decisions about how to allocate their resources. In the business world, opportunity cost is the cost of choosing one investment or project over another. When a company has limited resources such as time, money, or personnel, it must decide which projects to do and which ones not to do. By weighing the potential benefits and drawbacks of each opportunity, a company can identify the opportunity cost of choosing one investment over another. For example, If a company has the option to invest in a new product or expand its market, it must consider the opportunity cost of each decision. Choosing to invest in the new product means giving up the potential benefits that come with expanding marketing. And choosing to expand marketing means not investing in the new product. Okay, Darrett has a difficult decision to make. Darrett wants to spend his summer vacation traveling in Europe. He's saved up $3,000 for the trip, but to go, he would have to give up his summer job at a local coffee shop. He enjoys the job and likes being able to earn money, which he can use to buy clothes and do things with his friends. So, what is the opportunity cost for Derek? Well, the opportunity cost of going to Europe would be giving up his summer job. And what do you think is the right decision? Well, it's really just your opinion. Marina has a math test and a history test today. She thinks she needs to study more for the math test, but if she does, then she won't have time to study for the history test. She needs to get a good grade on both tests. What is the opportunity cost for Marina? Well, studying for the math test will cost her the opportunity to study more for the history test. And which do you think is the right decision? Sifo gives his opinions about the best decisions. Darrett has a big decision to make. If I were him, I would go on the trip to Europe. There might not be another opportunity in the future, and it's not so difficult to find a new summer job. And if I had a math test and a history test tomorrow, I would study for the history test. I am pretty good at math, but I find history really difficult. I just can't remember all the important dates and names. So, do you agree with Sifo? Why or why not? And what expressions does he use to give his opinions? Well, he says, if I were him, and if I had, I would study. All right, so now we're going to talk about the second conditional. Sifo used second conditionals to give his opinions. The second conditional is a way to talk about imaginary or unlikely situations in the present or future. We form the second conditional with two parts, an if clause, which is if plus the past simple verb, and a result clause, would plus the base verb. So if I were him, I would go on the trip to Europe. If I had a math test and a history test tomorrow, I would study for the history test. There are other conditionals, so we're going to compare the second conditional with the first conditional. So the first and the second conditional are used to talk about types of future possibilities, but they have different meanings and structures. The first conditional is used to talk about real or possible future situations that are likely to happen. It has two clauses, which is if plus the present simple verb, and then will plus the base verb. So if it rains tomorrow, we will stay at home. So it might rain tomorrow. If I have time later, I will help you. So I might have time later. The second conditional is used to talk about imaginary or unlikely future situations. As we said before, it has two clauses, the if plus the past simple verb, and would plus the base verb. If I were him, I would go on the trip to Europe. I'm not him, but I'm imagining the situation. If I had a math test and a history test tomorrow, I would study for the history test. So I don't have these tests tomorrow, but I am imagining that situation. All right, so now use the verbs to complete the second conditional sentences. And remember, second conditional is the imaginary or unlikely situations. It's got the past simple and then would plus the base verb. So here's an example. If I were a bird, I would fly to the beach every day. So you can pause the video, try these on your own, and then restart when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so number 1 is already done. That was the example. So we'll start with number 2. If I had more money, I would buy some new clothes. If I won the lottery, I would travel around the world. If I were a superhero, I would save people from danger. If I lived in another country, I would learn how to speak another language. If the price of laptops decreased, I would buy a new one. Finally, if I had $1 million, so I would, and then you can add in whatever you would do with $1 million. All right, Miguel is faced with a difficult decision. Should he invest his savings in a new business or put his money in a savings account? So Miguel is faced with a difficult decision. Should he invest his savings in a new business or put his money in a savings account? The business involves investing in a new tech company that has created a new product for the computer industry. Miguel thinks it is a chance to make a lot of money, but he is also aware of the large risk. On the other hand, he has been saving money for a down payment on a house for years, and he knows that every dollar counts. He must decide whether to take the risk with the business opportunity or be safe and continue saving for his dream home. So what would you do in this situation? And answer using the second conditional. And after you make your decision, identify what the opportunity cost is of the decision you made. So Sandra also has a difficult decision to make. Sandra receives a job offer from a well-known company in a different city 400 miles away from where she lives now. The offer promises higher pay and more opportunities for career development than her current job. However, it also means leaving her family and friends. Sandra has really close relationships with her family and friends and thinks life would be difficult living so far from them. On the other hand, she's excited about the new job opportunity. She doesn't know what the best choice is. So what would you do in this situation? Use the second conditional in your answer. And again, after you've made the decision, identify the opportunity cost. All right, so now we're going to practice more to complete the sentences with the correct form of the words. So it is important to be informed about current events in the world. Make sure to allocate enough time to study for the upcoming tests in your schedule. It is important to choose how best use your available resources. There is always an opportunity cost to every decision that you make. You should always consider the benefits and drawbacks of every decision. All right, and just to review, give some examples of opportunity cost. Why is opportunity cost important? How do we make the second conditional? And when do we use the second conditional, and give some examples of it? And that brings us to the end of today's video. Please like, subscribe, share, and if you have any questions, leave those for me in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.